One is excited and waiting. We cannot
Yes,
continue
yes.
to block 8 because it is not yet done.
Right. You can still sign up people. You just can't buy any catches.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. And but the swapping site still works, right? So you can still swap. You can make your swap tables and still go ahead and do that side, right? So just to explain, you're asking questions as this occurred in the previous block. So when we started, the first 4 blocks, we loaded all of this data at the same time, right? One right after the other, because it was a database that we uploaded. This took us 3 weeks to load this data onto the blockchain. Granted, the pathway to upload is only constrained by the amount of energy and bandwidth consumed. So when we stake to the wallet for these contracts, it provides an amount of energy and bandwidth. So normally we're operating at 1 million energy and about 30,000 bandwidth. And that allows us to process the amount of data on a daily basis to upload, right, to the smart contract, what comes in on a daily basis. The issue of when we have a large amount of data to push through, right, is increasing the amount of energy and bandwidth that's available so that it can go faster. So the energy and bandwidth is like a fuel tank capacity. So let's say you have a 20-liter fuel tank, or a 50-liter fuel tank, or a 100-liter fuel tank. So if you use the fuel because you're riding around, right, and as you consuming and consuming and consuming, it goes down and down and down, but still the maximum capacity is whatever the tank size is. When we increase our capacity, right, it takes also time to refill that energy or bandwidth, that fuel tank. So if we have a 100-liter fuel tank, right, and you have go up to the fuel station, right, you're going to fill up very quickly, right? 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right, is a long time to fill up 100 liters, but it takes you know how much time it's going to take you. But in the case on the blockchain, this refill takes place over 24 hours. Whatever the maximum capacity is, you could basically divide it by how many minutes in the day. So 1440 is you divide that, and that'll tell you how much you're going to gain back minute by minute. So if we have, we're expending our energy and bandwidth, it's also refilling at a certain rate. So whatever the total capacity is. So, I'll just go ahead and share my screen with you right now. So this available, let me try and make this bigger, easier to see. So that right now, our total bandwidth here is showing is 131,771. So yesterday I added almost 100,000. It's 99,863. Right. So that's the size of the fuel tank. 100 liters, or you could say 131 liters at this point. So it's regaining over a period of time, right? So again, we normally had 31,000, right? I added 100,000. And we're using every transaction 540. On the energy side, we have right now 14,778, right? So the fuel tank is I'm sorry, I said 14,778,000. So 14 million is our amount. Now we have staked from other sources, 13,589 compared to the base that we have, which is 1 million. So this is our energy capacity. Now, if we wanted to run at 1 minute at a time, right, we would be using the energy and bandwidth for one. I go look here. So this is the last one from 5 minutes ago. We say it's bandwidth is 540. It's pretty much bandwidth is always the same. Energy has been variable at times. Like this would shoot up to 1 million, right? But since this version 2 staking, this has become much more stable. So for block 5, from block 5 and 6, when we were doing this was very much jumping all over the place, the energy. For this block, it's been pretty much right here at 72,885, much easier to do calculations of how much is needed. So if we know that it's going to take this much energy and bandwidth, we know how long it's going to take because we also know how fast it refills per minute. And so we can calculate out how much time it's going to take. So if we had say 100,000 or say 1 million Tron, let's put it, 1 million Tron that we staked, we would then have much more energy, so that we would be able to go faster. We've done experiments and tried to push it without any time between, and it would run for a while. This is on version 2 staking. I don't know if it would be any difference, but it would come to a certain point and fail for no reason. It gave a reason, but it didn't mean anything in regards to lack of energy or lack of bandwidth. It was some other error code, probably just blockchain congestion, right? But then we would have to restart again. So we put time delays between so that we would make sure we wouldn't run into that same failure. We'd only have to worry about energy and bandwidth. But if we had enough energy and bandwidth and we just let it fly, it would be done in 20 minutes. Because it would do one every 10 seconds, every 5 seconds, right? It would send. So as we continue to complete blocks, we will increase our staking size, and that will increase the speed at which we're processing. But we found that doing one a minute is probably safer, so we don't run into the problem. But we could probably maybe even run every half minute. So then we would be done in a few hours. So this is basically the dealing with the blockchain, how to work with the blockchain. This is not possible on Ethereum, for example. We would not be able to do this. It would be too expensive. We couldn't. They're not even set up as a staking. They keep saying they're going to do a stake-based system, so you could reduce your cost to do transactions. So, already, that we're running with what we have, and we're okay, right? It will finish. It will take a little bit of time, right? But right now, every 5 minutes we're pushing through. If we tried to run it at every 3 minutes, I just did a calculation, and we would be out of energy that we have right here. This are available, and that's how much we do in 1 times 10. So we could do 10 in a row. So if we ran every minute, right, we'd be able to do 10, and we'd be out of energy. But because we have this capacity in the of 14 million, by waiting 5 minutes between each one, we're actually gaining enough back so that we're not reducing. I'm sorry, there's kind of some feedback happening. Whoever had the feedback, just move your speaker and your microphone in different directions so that it doesn't occur anymore. So, okay. So, anyone have questions? You'll have to unmute. JD is the only one that's
Sir
not.
Dan, what happened to the security issue? Because you said that there are
JD,
security
just mute
issues.
yourself, JD.
So what happened? Because we assume that we are supposedly done.
So it's a security feature, not a security issue. So just to be clear, there's no security problem. We have kind of a fail-safe that were supposed to have been set before we started the distribution. We have a new programmer in the Philippines that's kind of taking on this role from our Indian programmers, right? So this was his first time doing it himself, and he thought that he had set it, but he didn't set it. So since he didn't set it, the distribution started. He didn't think there was a problem because he saw the transactions going forward, right? But by the time I figured it out, because I was at the conference, right, I wasn't able to monitor. So it went on without actually distribution happening. The process happened, but there was no coin deposited. So it's just a matter of a feature that we have to make sure that we set something so that it can proceed, and it just wasn't done. So that's all. It's just so it basically caused this delay. Of course, it also means that we expended a lot of energy and bandwidth, and so we had to require more energy to continue.
So with this now, okay. So with this now, Sir Dan. Okay, so with this now, since that we have corrected that, so we will not be facing any more delays because he has already turned it on, the security feature.
I've confirmed that the distribution is happening now, so it's fine. We have 200 left to go. I checked just before starting, so that's at 5 minutes apiece. You can calculate how long it will take.
Okay, so
It's
slowly it will go in
16
into the
hours.
wallets. No need
Yes.
to wait for the 200 to finish.
Oh, yeah, no, you have to wait for 200 to finish. Nothing is going to be finalized until the last distribution happens for the wallets. So it's 16 hours, 17 hours from now, it'll be done.
Okay, so if it is 16 hours, today is that's 5:30. Tomorrow 5:30 in the morning is 12 hours.
Yeah.
6:30, 7:30, 8:30, more or less lunchtime.
Yes.
Lunchtime Sunday, Philippine time.
Yes. And then it should.
Okay.
Then the coin will be.
So at least now the programmer, the IT guy already knows what to do.
Yes. Yeah, he knows. So over here on the
he might have forgotten something again.
No.
Another feature that he has not turned on. Then we will go back again to another 20 hours.
No, it won't be like that. But when you come over to the wallets side here, you're going to see that the availability will come into the wallet. But right now, it's turned off. All right, so you just go to the mining site, go to the wallet, and then you would be able to find your balances that are there. You can also then move it to your.
Yeah.
So go over to the mining site. You'll be able to select the mining wallet, and then your TronLink wallet on this side, right? And then you'd be able to select the amount to move. So that's that.
Okay, guys, do you have any other questions? Ask it now while Sir Dan is still with us.
So I'll continue talking a few more things. So when we start 8, we have a lot of automation that is purposely not in place right now because we want to monitor and see what's going on, right? So, for example, when TruIQ has an invoice sale, we take this in batches. We confirm the points. We make sure that all the math is working, and then we go ahead and send it to this smart contract, right? So, but it's also set up to be automated to where this just turns on, and then it gets pushed through automatically as it happens. So right now, because we're doing things manually, we have to make sure that the timing is correct. So because, for example, we turned on the last thing that we needed to really do to complete the project for TruQoin was to turn on TruSwap, to have the exchange side created, because this is where we have we generate the value on the coin side by bringing people in and getting them to get coin. Right. So now that this is created and we've gone through our first distribution while TruSwap is running, we now can also see that what issues are going to come about from the TruSwap side and how it's interfacing. So we're going to be having a distribution of coin that goes to TruSwap. So this also is part of our analysis. Let me go back over to the swapping side of this. So one thing that we're going to have to really look at, though, is we have our SunSwap connection, right? Now, all of the sales of people getting TruQoin have been from SunSwap. Now everyone's getting stuff from TruSwap, so no sales or nothing being swapped to get TruQoin from SunSwap. So now the price is going to reflect it going lower. Of course, we have a large amount going out on the TruSwap side. So how do we balance this out? So this is a new problem for us, right? So we need to figure out now, how do we balance this between the TruSwap and SunSwap? Because if everyone decides they're going to go cash out, it's just going to deplete the liquidity pool, right? Although a lot of liquidity comes in, if we can increase the liquidity pool, it'll keep it at the rate it is. So we have to build up instead of being TruSwap, meaning the focus for TruQoin is to push people to TruSwap. We need to push people, like when we do YouTube influencers, right, and do some reviews, we should have them go to SunSwap and allow you who are already doing TruSwap to build this side of it, right? And then we focus on building on the regular crypto side under SunSwap to get people to go to SunSwap and get coins from SunSwap. Of course, they also get mining points because they're influencers, and they'll be presenting a promotional code so that or an activity code, what I will have to call it, something like activity mining code. And that side will then go to SunSwap and buy. So, we have to figure out the best solution, because this is a unique system, right? So coming up with ways for people to understand that the swapping side here on TruSwap is meant as your personal storefront, where you bring people in and have them buy the coin from you. You will get points for that. But only if you think they're going to make a good swapper do you want them to become, underneath you, because they're going to buy catches, right? But they have to turn it into their own retail side, their own sales table or swap table. So this is where we're at right now, and so we can look that we're going to keep expanding. It's a very well received here in Kenya, right? We have meetings with people here that are going to be also becoming swappers, right? They're going to be joining. So I'm going to be meeting with a group this probably, I think it's going to be Tuesday. They're expecting at least 50 to 100 people. So we can expect that this next 4 months that the swapper side is going to grow dramatically. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, Sir Dan. Just to be clear, now the moment all our members would want to try to swap it in SunSwap, they will not be encountering any problem swapping their TRQ to TRX. Am I right?
No, there won't be any problems.
Okay.
It's a swapping site as any.
Yeah.
There's it has its own algorithms, right? So we don't have any say on how the algorithms function. So it's going to run these automatic market makers. They make the price go up and down based upon the activity there.
So what would be the version that best to be used? Version 3?
So we're referencing version 2. We have set up version 3, right? And we're going to migrate all of it to version 3. So currently the liquidity pools is...
So right now, if you would swap, you would use version
2. You can do either one, right? It doesn't, but we're going to be moving everything from, so anything that's in the liquidity pool, it's hard to explain. It's the same liquidity pool between version 2 and version 3.
Okay.
It's just the automatic market maker is different, so it reacts differently. So we don't want to use 2 anymore. We only want to use 3.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Noted on that. Yeah. Another thing, sir. Okay. Since we are already in here, we got you. Okay. I want to ask regarding this buying of catches, because in version 7 we saw people buying 25,000 TRX and they were given 50,000 points or even 70,000 points. Now, the formula, of course, we saw the formula. So how do we explain it to our prospects? That they can get it on their second buy of cuts or even on the first buy of cuts.
Okay, so if someone gets their first catch, their catch multiplier is 1. Hello, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Lem, I think.
So in our case,
Lem,
we already have 1,000.
Lem, just Lem, you have to realize that your call is lagged.
Yes.
So when you're speaking, you're answering about 15, 20 seconds after I start talking. So just I'm trying not to speak while you're speaking. I'm giving you time. right, to recover, right? So I can answer the questions, but if you jump in while I'm in the middle, then we get into this back and forth and it doesn't happen. Also, I did reactivate JD's microphone. I had to mute it because of the feedback that was coming. So JD can speak now. But
Sir,
yes.
if I'm going to transfer my excuse me, if I'm going to transfer my TRQ from TruQoin wallet to TronLink, how many TRX that I'm going to stake so that I can minimize my gas fee?
Okay, so Tron has a version 3 staking. So let me just go to that so you can take a look. Oh, well, let's see something. 1 second. It's not. Just let me get started. So this is basically the staking interface. So from your TronLink wallet, you'll see that it says stake. It'll take you to this site for the wallet that you have logged in with. So here it says get energy and get bandwidth. If you say get energy, it's going to pop up. Does this pop-up show on the screen? Yes, it does. Okay. So you can see, what you want to know. So if you said, I'm going to stake 1,000 Tron, you're going to get 16,999, almost 17,000 energy for 1,000 Tron. So is that going to eliminate your fee when you're doing a transaction? Well, maybe not, right? But let's say that you did 5,000 Tron. Well, now you have 84,000 energy. Would that eliminate your fee? Probably, yes. Now that's just energy side. Bandwidth, you get 600 to start with, right? So if I said 1,000 over here, it's going to give you 1,000 bandwidth. And if you stake this, it'll stay staked to your wallet, almost like a savings account for your TronLink wallet, but it will eliminate your fees. So really, you have to determine how much you're going to be using. Are you going to be using it on a daily basis, 10 times a day, once a day? Is it because it refills every day, every 24 hours, it'll refill from what you're using it. So you just go ahead and confirm. One other feature here is you can basically turn on what is staking over time, but you have to put something to your address starting amount before you can stake anything. And it's the same thing for bandwidth. All right, so either side, it'll tell you what you currently have available. So it just depends how much Tron you want to stake. I think, Lem, you did have a question. I don't think I answered. What was your question?
You hear me, Dan?
I hear you.
Okay. My question is regarding the caps. In our case, when Block 8 opens, the only available first cuts for us in Block 8 is 1,000, right?
Correct.
Okay. Say, for example, can we go directly to, what is the multiplier if we go directly to 10,000?
Well, I can't really show you, but we could, bring up the photo of the staking. I think it's. I'd have to look and find it. 1 second.
Because I guess if it is 25,000, it's times 7. I can see it in block 7, but I don't know what will happen on block 8. Will it reset?
It's so only the catch multiplier resets, but your block multiplier will increase to 2. So your first catch will be 1 times the block multiplier 2 times the size, whatever size that is. So then the next one will be so the catch will be 2. And the block size will be 2, and then the size will be whatever one you selected. Right. And so it'll continue for all of this next block, which is block 8. And then of course, then the next block will reset again the catches and it'll go back to 1. But the block multiplier will be 3. Unless you skip a block, and then the block multiplier resets. So if you're doing it as a cash flow business, make sure you buy at least 1 catch per block, right? So that the block multiplier does not reset. Right? At block 100, at every halving event, put it that way, every halving event, the block multipliers will reset. So the maximum that you'll get in a block multiplier, since we're on block 7 and 8, it will be 93. So on the block 100, if you didn't miss a block, your block multiplier would be 93.
Okay.
Another question, sir?
So that's the type of presentation that we would want to be included in the PowerPoint presentation that we are asking for.
Yes. We will work towards that. So JD has a question.
Sir, when we make our first catch, I have noticed that the price of the TRQ is $22.50. Then, as the miners have increased, I noticed that the price is $18 something. Then my question now is, after the miners distribution, would it have any effect with regards to the value of the TRQ? Would it be goes up or go down? Because I think there was a distribution in the exchange. So I think that was 45%. So what is the effect of that, sir?
I don't understand what that means. There's a 45% distribution. I don't understand. Are you saying that the split of how many coin went to the miners? So we have like 57,250 coins that's distributed to the miners. Yeah. So those will go to their mining wallet. Those that move it into TronLink and then go to SunSwap and cash out. If there's no buying on SunSwap, then that will ultimately bring the price down, right? So I suggest that you do it sparingly until we can build up the SunSwap side through the YouTube influencers, right? Do cash out, feel free to cash out. But because the only way for this automatic market maker to figure out things is people buying and selling. Now there's no one buying on SunSwap. They've all come to TruSwap, right? So it's a matter of us bolstering that side of it, the SunSwap side, for them to buy, right? So it will work its way out. We just need a few months to get that side pushed up, right? By the time we're completing block 8, right, there should be a good understanding that people are going to SunSwap to buy, and the people that are doing TruSwap are bringing people in to buy, and they're expanding the market in this way. So it's two different channels, right? So we have to support it, right, and allow it to grow in a more organic way. So this is so it won't take too much time, I think, to get the YouTube influencers to get involved. It's just a matter of now getting them after this distribution, get them involved for them to see how block 8 unfolds for them. They will get their cash out after block 8 is complete. So that's 4 months roughly, let's say, and then we'll see that there is enough people now coming into through SunSwap because of word of mouth. Hey, go here for TruQoin, go get your coin there. But the people are doing TruSwap, they're doing a whole other business. It's cash flow, right? It's about getting people to come to the site to buy from you. So you set up your swap tables, so then people can buy a coin from you directly. You still make points. Yes, the catches are there. You make bigger points, and you'll get bigger amount of coin. But you have to sell your product, right? You have your storefront. You don't want to keep buying inventory, right? You need the customers to come in and buy and bring down your inventory so you can resupply. So this is the TruSwap business. It's cash flow. So you have always buying and selling, or in this case, swapping and swapping, to do.
Understood, John. Understood.
Yes. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Well, that's good.
Okay, Sir Dan. So as of the moment, it would be, one last question. So it would be on the average 5 minutes. You cannot make it 3 minutes, but it's only 5 minutes. That's the fastest that we can do. Am I right?
Yeah, we have it set for 5 minutes. If we did the 3 minutes, it would basically be out of energy in an hour, maybe 2 hours, something like that. So then we would have to wait.
Okay, so it would be 5 minutes.
Until tomorrow lunchtime.
Yes, then the coin will be available. So what I suggest that everyone do is go ahead, move your coin to your TronLink wallet. We will be if you leave some behind in your mining wallet, we will probably turn on the staking algorithms. It's a staking feature for the wallets. We haven't implemented it yet, but it's already built, avalanche staking. So then over time, just like the catch multiplier, block multiplier happen, we have also staking multipliers that happen, and you get points in there. So if you leave some of your coin in your mining wallet, just take out what you want to go and have for your TruSwap, set up your swapping table, or go and try cashing out some at SunSwap, right? One of the things to do is look at, just the idea of cashing out there, so people will know that you can do a video of that, and so that people can see, yes, I can cash out. Then go to Gcash, right? Go in through Coins.ph or whatever other facility to get out into fiat that you need.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Sir Dan. Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Well, it was good talking with you guys, and we'll do another one of these soon. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.